Honda does not usually resurrect a name unless it means something, and this one means a lot. After more than 2 decades away, the Prelude is back, and this is not a vague tribute or a watered-down revival. This is a real 6th-generation Honda Prelude driven under the California sun in San Diego. And it stays remarkably true to the concept that shocked everyone when it first appeared in Tokyo. The question is simple and impossible to ignore. Did Honda build a modern must-have sport coupe, or just a stylish reminder of the past? If you love Honda, or if you miss affordable cars with personality, you are going to want to watch this closely. And before we go any further, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Next Gear channel, because cars like this do not come around often. The Prelude name first arrived in 1979, quietly carving out a reputation for balance, style, and driver focus rather than raw numbers. The 5th generation disappeared in 2001, and for years it felt like this badge was gone for good. Then Honda showed the Prelude concept, a design so production-ready that it almost felt unfair. Now here it is, the 6th generation, and shockingly, Honda did not ruin it. The production car looks nearly identical to the concept, which alone feels like a small miracle in modern automotive design. In Boost Blue, the Prelude looks confident without trying too hard. The stance is wider than before, about 5 inches broader than the old generation, and it shows immediately. The front end is clean and purposeful, with slim LED lighting, sharp angles, and no fake vents pretending to be something they are not. Everything you see here works. The center grille is functional, framed by dark chrome that stays tasteful, while the lower honeycomb opening feeds air through a surprisingly aggressive splitter. A subtle blue accent hints at something new under the hood, and that detail changes the entire conversation around this car. The hood remains smooth and sculpted, letting the body lines flow naturally into the windshield. There are no unnecessary bulges, just quiet confidence. Along the side, Honda borrows some serious hardware from the Civic Type R for piston Brembo front brakes. Massive rotors and the dual-axis front suspension all make their way into the Prelude. That alone tells you Honda cares deeply about how this car drives, not just how it looks. The 19-inch wheels wear wide Continental Extreme contact tires, and the V-spoke design in gloss black works perfectly against the blue paint. Functional fender vents channel air down the side, flush door handles clean up the profile, and the roofline flows beautifully into the rear. From this angle, it feels compact, athletic, and focused. Around back, the design stays clean and minimal. Full LED lighting stretches across the rear. The Honda name is spelled out proudly, and the Prelude script appears in elegant cursive. There are no visible exhaust tips, which will divide opinions, but the design remains cohesive and modern. It does not shout. It invites a closer look. Under the hood is where the debate begins. Honda chose a hybrid setup, pairing a naturally aspirated 2-liter inline-4 with dual electric motors. Total output is 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. There is no traditional transmission and no CVT either. Instead, The Prelude uses a direct drive system that simulates 8 gears when placed into S+ shift mode. Acceleration to 60 miles per hour lands in the 7 to 8 second range, with a top speed around 120 miles per hour. On paper, those numbers will not impress everyone. But then Honda drops the real surprise. 46 miles per gallon in the city and 44 on the highway. This is where the Prelude changes the conversation. It was never about dominating spec sheets. It was about balance, efficiency, and driving enjoyment. The weight comes in just over 3,260 pounds, and the chassis technology underneath suggests that Honda is playing a longer game here. It also raises a question that refuses to go away. If this is the starting point, what comes next? An SI? A Type R? Honda is not saying, but the foundation is clearly there. Its side, the Prelude, immediately feels different from the rest of the Honda lineup. Though the door panels use soft touch materials with contrast stitching, Alcantara accents, and zero unnecessary gloss black. The design feels intentional and premium. The dash continues that theme, with Alcantara surfaces, blue stitching, and subtle Prelude branding. The 9-inch infotainment screen sits high enough to be useful without blocking visibility, offering wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, real physical volume controls, and familiar Honda usability. The backup camera, however, feels outdated and deserves improvement. The center console keeps things simple. Heated seats are standard, though ventilation is missing. Dual climate controls use satisfying physical knobs, and the push-button gear selector handles the direct drive system. Drive modes include Comfort, GT, Individual, and the more aggressive S+ shift mode, each altering the digital display and driving behavior. Storage is practical, cup holders are well placed, and the interior feels built for daily use, not just weekend drives. The seats deserve special attention. They are asymmetrical, designed specifically for the driver and passenger roles, with supportive, bolstering, and Prelude embossing. Manual adjustment feels like a missed opportunity at this price point. But comfort and space up front are excellent, even for taller drivers. The rear seats are tight and clearly secondary, with the battery pack tucked underneath. But this has always been true for cars in this segment. Behind the wheel, the Prelude feels purposeful. The flat-bottom steering wheel features blue stitching, a microfiber top center marker, and solid paddle shifters for the simulated gears. The digital gauge cluster measures 10.25 inches and finally gives you a proper tachometer in sport modes. The seating position is excellent, visibility is strong, and everything feels exactly where it should be. This is a driver-focused cockpit, even if the powertrain chooses efficiency over drama. Cargo space lands at nearly 16 cubic feet, expanding to over 30 with the rear seats folded. The low-load floor makes it usable, though there is no spare tire, only a repair kit. It is a practical reminder that this Prelude wants to be lived with, not locked away. So here we are. The Honda Prelude is back, not as a retro toy, but as a modern hybrid sport coupe with a clear identity. It is efficient, stylish, and engineered with real intention. The real driving impressions are coming very soon, and that is where the final verdict will be decided. Until then, tell us what you think. This the sport coupe you have been waiting for, or did you want something more extreme? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and make sure you are subscribed to the Next Gear channel, because the first drive is coming next.